Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It's time for some more of the Khalsa Raj. I'm your host, Kilvin, where... Hey, there we are. We have officially joined Prussia in its struggle against France. Which is always entertaining. Alright. Upgrade all. Trench, by the way. And I should have a third army somewhere. Hello? Or do you guys, have to just get out? Okay, there we are. I was gonna say, I actually just kind of want you guys in the North Germany HQ for now. In fact, I kind of want you guys there as well. And send out the fleets. I think we already have a fleet present. We do, that's good. Yeah, we got 50 Monders and ironclads. What's the French fleet got for it, if anything? That's not the French fleet. No, that's French troops mobilizing. Alright. We're joining, of course, to get Carnatic. Or, well, the state of Carnatic. Specifically Pondicherry here. Alright, we did just finish conquering a giant chunk out of the EIC. I'm waiting for a little bit before I can really even begin integration, as I'm going to need bureaucracy for that. Everything in these states, though, is suffering from the occupation penalty. It does not do anything. So, I don't have any... even the government bureaucracies in those provinces do nothing for now. Alright. So, I don't think that pouring more troops into the northern front is a reasonable idea for actually winning this war. We're going to be able to take Carnatic without any real issue, I think. And then we'll invade Denmark to get the last tiny bit of it. Alright. We're above our company limit again. 7 out of 6. No, wait, I don't think I ever managed to get below the company limit again. Because we end up with the Banco Nacional de Panama somehow. Who knows? Apparently Austria-Hungary is fighting someone too. The British and the Spanish. Understandable. Yeah, we've got forces that are kind of just on their way. Alright. Yeah. No sign of any French resistance, which isn't a shock. Yeah, 13 weeks. Alright. Unfortunately, we joined so late in the phase of the war, it's tough to even, get here to help. I'm going to leave 100 troops behind, because I might get naval invaded. We don't want that. Alright. Just want to double check on some things, because our currency's actually doing pretty well. Money value, yep. 0.81 rubles, which, given that they're the central currency, is pretty good. There's still a lot more rubles than rupees, but, it is what it is. 10 weeks, yeah. It's a bitter waiting period until the states that we conquered actually have value to them. Alright. Our fleet... Okay, our armies are kind of ready. Oh no, not front, sorry. No, actually I don't want to do the French Low Countries. Let me try that again. Picardy. And Normandy. Get launching. Decline. Alright, 6,500 seems like a lot of construction. Is that because a lot of the stuff's actually come online? Or... yeah, it looks like it. Alright, so... Misuru, the gold mines here. How are they doing? They're doing well. Good, get those scaled up. Alright. So yeah. We'll see, but I feel like just kind of landing in and, you know, being on the gate of Paris is probably a winning move here. Forcing France to split. Oh good, modern physics unlocked. 5%. I do need to keep trying to develop my freaking technology. We've been struggling so much with it. I would really love... I don't have coal. I'm just like, I have steam turbines so I can generate power. That's not going to fucking help me. I have no fucking coal. Like, it's a problem. My lack of mineral resources is difficult to deal with. You know? Really need to conquer Australia or something. Or South Africa. Or both. Well, so I just want to check here. The fleets are... You need to be on accept, not blockade. So that way you can also help send them out and clear the way for the landing party. There's only one left with the Astute and Ord, so once that's crushed, I think that's it. Well, we'll see just how many they can do. I actually have to select what I want to do. Telephones and radios and the like could potentially be good. It's tough to say. How is our war sport? We're good? Okay. I'm worried because I know we have an incredibly high radical population. Like, this was, I believe, 99 when I last looked at it, so it's good that it's fallen so much. Let's see. Reset production methods. Okay. Just wanted to check. So, was there just no government administration anywhere, or what? I feel like I'm missing somehow. I managed to not conquer any government administration. Which... really? Okay, well, luckily I need some more in Punjab anyway. So, let's start there. I don't really want to build it in the places that are completely cooked. You know? But I guess I might as well incorporate it all. Jesus Christ, 183,000. Some of these places have been devastated. Really badly. Rubber boom. Alright. Yeah, some Americans. controlled retreat. They're throwing a lot of fleets against us. But that's alright. We're getting there. Yeah. And now we can actually begin landing. They've failed to defend. Not really all that shocking. Yeah, they're going to throw a decent chunk of troops to try and stop us. We'll see how well that goes. The important point is that the numbers over here are now green, as they are pulling concerningly large numbers of troops to actually deal with us. And we'll see just how good they end up being. Okay. Luxury supplies for you guys. Get the good shit, you know? I still can't actually decide what the hell I'm doing here. I got genetics. Corporate governance, I guess. Let's get maybe another... pneumatic tools is always good. Plastic... I don't know. Plastics kind of sucks until we get ethylene. Yes, fire break. Huzzah. Ah, yes, unfortunately they have, I don't know, 12 troops to attack with, really? Like, come on. We actually, when you started that attack, had a numerical advantage and you still took no troops. You know? Like, hang on, I think I can usually... Maximum number of battalions reached. Alright. That seems like a crock of shit, I'm gonna be real here. You're telling me the most I can attack with is 12 battalions? Well, 24 this time. Like, this invasion has just completely failed. I think both have officially more or less failed. But they've pulled 175 onto this friggin' front to defend, so... we have limited reason to continue holding them there. I mean, we were kind of hoping that we would make progress elsewhere. But no, the game just decided that what I was invading with didn't really matter. You know? So I think I just have to pull off. Like the landings just aren't gonna be it, you know? I have trouble actually clicking on naval invasions. Alright. Well, head north and try and clean up this front. And otherwise, you guys head here and put France under a blockade. At least I assume this is probably their trade hub. You know? The Piedmont hub. We'll put the Piedmont hub under a blockade as well then. They have the right to print it. But yeah, if we can get the French under a blockade, it should hopefully help. There's a reason I'm pursuing naval superiority here. Yeah, get the hell out. Hanover split in two, and now there's just an anarchist commune there. Alright. So now, how are you doing? The 19% blockade level. Good. Unfortunately, that's not enough. The good news seems to be that that is, like, their main hub. We'll find out if, okay, so pulling off didn't change it, so that is just the hub for the market. I was wondering if it would, change. Fuwaloon Kisa. Minus 75% state penalties from turmoil is huge, actually. They built like 30 things here. You know? Good. Alright. But yeah, the French GDP is not doing well, nor is the Prussian one. Western Europe is really struggling. Alright, we have pretty heavy blockade on them. We're apparently not making any progress in Schleswig. I could pull back one of the blockade fleets and just try and come in around. It's a valid option. I look at all these texts, I'm like, I can use none of these. They're trenched up pretty good. Alright. Like, some progress is being made down there. But yeah. I think the winning move is launching an invasion here. And just trying to force them in that way. Then that will move things around. How much war support do the Americans have? A lot less than me, that's good. Yeah. Some light chaos throughout the remaining princely states. Things I have to do to unify India. I mean, at some point, just want to give this to me? Yes, you do. Alright. So then this will let us unify Tamil Nadu completely. We're very close to actually being able to form India. Like, if I take Carnatic, that's 20. And then I literally just need to take one more anything. You know, clean up Patna and Jhansi, and we're there. We can actually form India. Alright. So yeah, they're not really able to resist. Because all their forces are stuck there. There's no additional commitment for the oversea that they can do. Alright, and there she goes. Alright. Let's try this again. Although this time should be a little more of a nightmare for them. And on the plus side, we now have another country that actually can be unified with and will be unified with. Alright. Let's again try and pull off a bunch of their troops. So that way they have to come deal with us. Yep, Schleswig surrendered. Alright. And this hopefully gives you guys the opportunity over here to actually push in. And it looks like you kind of are. Although it's tough to say. We'll see. I'll let a battle go through and see what happens. Quite going to be able to push through for victory, unfortunately. But we're at least putting on a good show here. We're creating some space. But it's not a huge shock that this is just not going to go as we would like it to. But like I say, a little space gets created. And a couple battles actually do get won. You know? Although, damn, did we take a lot of casualties for that. Alright. No, not that one. Down there as well. Booming oil industry. Yeah. I doubt we're getting much, but hey. It's something, I guess. Alright. Good. So yeah, we're going to try an invasion on the south and see what happens there. Yeah, we've taken a fair few more casualties than I would like. And here's the thing, we actually can go below the threshold. Okay, so yeah, this one being in a slightly separate region is covering this one. Clergy decreased a little. I assume the election's ongoing. It says, I was gonna say, that seems wrong. Although, goddamn, you have a lot of defense. Oh lord, they have squad infantry. I'm gonna be blunt here, we don't stand a fucking chance. Sadly, our troops are just a little, undercooked here. Let's just go not take more losses, I think is the answer. Hypothetically, I was gonna say I should have this there. Really shouldn't be campaigning if you can't afford to campaign. Alright, the Social Democratic Party is at 40% vote. Yeah, the best I can do is really just put the French economy under blockade. Which should hopefully help. Yeah, apparently there's also massive supply shortaging. So, like, I'm just going to demobilize you guys and send you home. I have no reason to have you out there. Reform against revolution. Believe me, I've been trying to run a fucking delicate balance here, and it ain't easy. Okay? Journal entries. So, syndicalism, I think, is probably just going to cap out. There's just no way I can stop it. Well, it's not true. Okay, yeah, there's no way. I don't have the means to actually stop them. So we'll see. Maybe I'm able to handle syndicalism. But we'll see how the massive threat increase general strike actually goes, you know? Mm-hmm. Anarcho-syndicalists. Ah, yes. But the Social Democratic Party is heading for a close victory, or close defeat in the election. Either or. 37%. Yeah. No, screw the Agrarian Party, honestly. God. Already at squad. I am very far behind and it hurts. Alright. Incorporation's proceeding at least. So unfortunately that means I'm going to have to just kind of annex all of these guys. To form India, I don't need the Pondicherry port, but it would be nice. Yeah. The good old days. No. Alright. 44%. One or two more negative events for the Conservative Party should completely sink them, because they really just don't have, you know, any momentum. Clout of the lobby supporting the war. Yeah. British socialists are welcome here. 46. Like, Social Democrat Party is, you know, doing pretty well. Like, the trade unionists are the leading factor here. Liberal, progressive, communist. Fair enough. Alright. Yeah, telephone and radio. Combustion engine, oil distillation, the works. Just go get it all. Or as much of it as we can. Alright. Yeah, you guys are like roughly capable of forming a government. You do not have the support in the House to actually pass anything, though. Like, we can probably swing wage subsidies. We'll see. Yeah, it looks like the Prussians are, in fact, about to get completely crushed. The real question is did Japan add anything? Humiliate Sardinia, Piedmont. Could probably do that. Well, it should just require landing in Sardinia. So if we do that successfully, Prussia gets knocked out. Unfortunately, probably cut down to size. Although, honestly, everyone's kind of heading for white peace right now. So it's tough to say. Did I not call for an invasion here? Apparently it got canceled for whatever reason. Either way. Like, I don't want this to go to white peace, but, you know. Prussia's gained strength from this war. So it's not really the end of the world if they lose. Oh, Jesus Christ. Their economy's also shitting the bed. Meanwhile, outside of some weird bumps, we're more or less fine still. And have a rather well-growing economy, actually. It's very good. And I don't know if we can actually pull off winning this war. See though. God, the French just taken so many casualties. Low war support. Okay. Defense in depth and something. All right. Do I accept this peace deal? I do. We need to just walk away from this mess. We have work to do at home. Everyone else is literally, oh no, not you. Your Indore can also be annexed. We need to try and cut down on the number of remaining princely states. So that way we can actually, you know, win. Because I don't think we can actually invade them while they're in a civil war. We can't really annex all their territory, so. Alright, telephones. We'll see how well that works. Are that all the had power plants? Okay. Might as well build like 50 of them and see what we can do with them. Produce radios, produce Anything else? I think I'll also need telecoms. So we'll start with that. Good a place as any. Our hands are tied for now, unfortunately. Before long, they'll all be primary cultures, though. You know? We just have to reduce the number of princely states to 0, since I failed to take Carnatic. But that's fine. God, that's stupid. Well. But yeah, the US has still managed to be pretty ascendant. Apparently should have held on just a little bit longer. Because then France gets involved in a fight against Britain. Oh well. But yeah, each and every individual little princely state must be annexed. We're so close. There's also the Maldives, which are French puppet. I'll look into taking those down as well. But for now, we just kind of have to kill whatever princely state we can. And integrate. Alright. Good. War breakout. Just immediately move on to the next one. Get the timer ticking. Alright. So, how much are you still these days to potentially unify with, eh? Still gonna be 150. Alright. Well, that's not a huge shock. Man, y'all suck. I need some better generals. But yeah, everyone else just fighting a random assembly. Which is annoying. Especially because these wars do not really seem to actually go anywhere. Part of that, I think, is because these people are just so poor. I don't know, maybe I just also annex the assemblies. Alright, so the threat of a general strike has kind of calmed down, although we are about to have syndicalism complete. So, God help us. Yeah. Our socialist electoral engagement is good. Yeah, the anarchists are in parties, like, that's the ideal. It helps keep things a little more chill. For sure. Mm-hmm. 21 months. Just a couple more months until syndicalism happens, and then I don't know. Small price to pay. You want a general? He's yours. Well, the question is, where is the army who had him? I mean, Grifter sucks, but Cautious is very good. And so is Supply Requisitions Expert, so we'll take it. Or I guess not Mobilize. Yeah, just return home. There we go. No telecoms, but that's fine. We're getting some of that. How much are you actually going to need? 15 per? And how much is produced at the telecoms? 60. So yeah, that's actually more than enough. Should be fine. Yeah. Oh, you've stopped being in civil war. That's good. It's another princely state I can annex. Alright. So that's another one down. 3 left after this one. Alright. Our standard of living's 21. Like, should be alright. Has reached 0. Yeah, if the... I don't know. The trade unionist popularity is just too high. If I restricted it, you know, sure, but... I don't know. I'm going to hopefully work with them. Yeah, we'll see. Here it comes. April 1st. So on that note, I think it's probably late, but I'm going to finally get around to forming my power block. God, I want that. But Trade League, unfortunately, just kind of makes more sense with external trade. Alternatively, if there's one I can join... Oh, that lag. Oh. Got another frame there for a moment. For the record, I don't know what this looks like on YouTube, but I assure you it's probably just as bad over here because, man, oh, okay, let's pause. While I have a quick look through some of these. And the USA's got the Universal League. Transportation infrastructure, fair enough. The Free Commerce Committee by Spain. Yeah, you know what? Form new power block. Let's go. $100 cohesion. We'll actually see about maybe getting other people to join, although that's always going to be kind of questionable. Alright. Oh. Okay, and threat of a general strike. Okay, so we only get +10 from it. Alright. No, I can definitely handle that. I'm kind of past the general zone where I'm threatened by a general strike. You know? Like, traditionally you just need more angry workers in lower standard of living. But no, we're actually in pretty good shape. We're in pretty good shape. So, can I get rid of you now? Nice. Alright, that bumps all the rest of our companies up to be a little bit stronger. You should not be making 85, that's terrifying. Yeah, like chainsaws are almost profitable here. Lord. Need more telecoms. First telecoms are coming up into like 2 weeks, so that should be fine. Alright. So yeah, another one annexed, more or less. 3 princely states remain, fighting some low-level insurgencies. We have almost dealt with the power vacuum. Alright. Minus 27. Minus 7. Still going. Alright, so Patna's probably next. Although, if memory should serve, they are actually somewhat expensive. Not too bad. 8.5. After this, I might actually just appoint a pacifist to our foreign affairs. To change it over. Alright. Lots of food industry is good. Yeah. I assume that means that I actually managed to make decent profit these days. Yeah, not tractors. Eventually compression ignition tractors probably will be good. Mechanized slaughterhouses. Heck yeah, wool gathering, go. Alright. So lead mines, copper co-extraction, we don't need that. There is, however, iron deposit scavenging. Oh my god, that's actually going to be profitable when I get it. Good god. I think that comes from a T5 tech here. Yeah, modern purification. Well, that's slightly terrifying. Alright. But either way, that's another princely state brought into the fold. Like I say, we have enough. 19 out of 21. We just need to take out the princely states. Alright. So the telecoms towers are trying. Good vintage. Yeah, sure. Increase production. Hey, we're the #1 world power now. Nice. It's not a huge shock with our 1.9 billion GDP. Alright. But we still have work to do. Ah, yes. I see the Prussians are going in for round 2. Although this is over a Belgian civil war, so... Good lord. Yeah. European chaos. Alright, there's just not enough rubber right now. Which is kind of shocking. I don't know. I expect us to have some. I guess, yeah. Again, like all things, there's just not enough resources here. We have people, but we have no resources. So once again, I look over at Persia. Just sitting there deliciously. You know, we've settled places like Bampur. I could continue a little bit of colonialism there. The Mexicans are apparently looking to get involved here. Yeah, trust me. You don't want to. Nor really can you, so... Alright. Mobilize you. But you'll be on defensive until I give the order. I just kind of want to start the timer, you know? Oh, looks like it worked. Good. Alright, that's yet another state. Unified. We'll be at 20 out of 21 after this one. Then we just need to take the last two princelies. God. I wish this wasn't running so slowly. Trying to get even like basic telephones out is difficult. Yeah. Radio production will add hopefully a little bit. Eventually there's even TVs. Now, eventually when we reach tier 5 we'll get synthetic rubber, which is very helpful. God. It costs fuel and sulfur because of course it does. Now the good news is I should be able to eventually start getting additional sulfur from the oil refineries. The early oil refining, does it produce any sulfur? No. Thermal cracking should hopefully start producing some sulfur. No, that'll produce coal apparently. Okay, catalytic cracking. Yeah, there we are. That finally starts producing only 5 sulfur per level. Jesus. It's pretty abysmal. It's 5 there as well. So yeah. Thermal cracking's not bad. Bengal and Assam. The problem is I think I definitely have to go into the Shan states. I'm assuming at this point our gold mines are well and truly overworked anyway. Apparently you guys can't even get employment. Gold mines should be subsidized. Please ensure they operate at full employment always. Be damned to the consequences because I need to try and reduce the trade deficit on gold as much as I can. Yeah. Apparently I import 22,000. Yeah, sure. I'm importing fabric. That feels like a slap in the face. Manufacture stock, opium, engines, glass. Yeah, that's fair. Sure, take 6,000 on the steam turbine. I need to catch up. Alright, next up is Marwar. They finished their civil war. And in we go again. Bit by bit. 5.5. Yeah. Oh boy. We don't actually have the infamy to finish the unification. Alright. Well, that is certainly a little bit of a problem. What's going on? Why am I at 7 out of 6 again? Apparently because I picked up the Banco Nacional de Panama again somehow. That's certainly interesting. These people don't actually have companies. Alright. Well, discovered in Gujarat. Good. Yeah, we're gonna need to get some oil done. Technology-wise, we do have oil in the works. Industrial cosmetics. Yeah, I don't know. Like, unfortunately, all we kind of get is bakelite molding, which is wood and coal. Celluloid processing, which is mostly just wood. Neither of which I can really do. Like, we're doing some conquering and trying our best, but, as far as our options for resources go, they are rather limited. Still gonna do our best for it, but... like, we don't have a lot. That's just how it is. Just build what you can. Alright. Oh no, I want to know. You might surrender someday. We'll see. Alright. But yeah, there's just the last two princely states. We're annexing one. We've almost formed India. There's no one here to actually work these, but... that's okay. If we build jobs, people will migrate, I hope. On a side note, in general, I would like to move off of laissez-faire at this point. Unfortunately, of course, it's in this moment that you guys, of all people, have managed to get a market liberal in. fertilizer would actually be quite good. So anyway, as I was saying, I would support us getting on to interventionism. At this point, like, our investment pool ran away, and I need to try and, like, start intervening in the economy. The investment pool no longer functionally matters. It's just a bigger number go up. And I doubt I'll ever be able to actually contain the investment pool again, so that's fine. It also, as a general rule, should piss off everyone on the left a little bit less, you know? And whether or not I like to admit it, we do have a lot of communists. So we have one last thing to do. It's 8.5 infamy to do it. Unfortunately, our ruler is imposing. He's not, like, aggressively disliked anymore. Or now he's picked up experience. Diplomat's the trick. Fair enough. But yeah. I could sign on to the Geneva Convention. That is an option. Gives me -5 infamy. It's not great in the long run, though. Yeah, only 5% infamy decay. Yeah. Yeah. All is well, I think. I just need to relax and be patient. Alright. A little deflation there. Ooh, the voice of the nation. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Yeah, you know, at this point I've just kind of had the old road maintenance decrees on from back before I had railroads, and I haven't really updated them since. I don't really need the decrees. God, you guys are impossible to appease, aren't you? Extreme stubbornness. Oh no, they just are angry, and it's tough to make them happy. Yeah, collect some more loyalists. Alright. Oh yeah, 20% more traction for fucking the communist movement. Like, you guys aren't kind of already the most massive fucking thing ever. Sure, why the hell not? Yeah, 37 now. Yeah, it's fun with the project. Anyway, oil extractors, they're struggling for sure. So much work, so much technology to research. I kind of wanted this episode to end with the unification of India, but unfortunately, I just can't quite do it. It's going to have to be next time. You know? You hear that too? Well, it can end on the radio. Ah, yes. Now you guys are just short electricity and incredibly profitable. My god. Yeah, that's because these early power plants suck. And run on wood, by the way. It's pretty rough out here, admittedly. But with any luck, radio production should be good. I mean, I figure the people will, in fact, want some radios. God, I hope they do. Our people are wealthy enough for them, so. Not that it matters. I have no functioning way to actually produce the goddamn things. Right, we need plastic. That's fine. We'll get there yet. The currency is strong. Wow. Shanxi is looking to reunify, I see. And they're doing pretty well. God. Alright. We're there, though. We've more or less unified India. We're there. You know? We just have one last one to do. That's a flag. Yeah, you know, to be fair, you guys have actually had the Anarchists in power for forever, haven't you? Understandable. Have a nice day. Thank you everyone for watching. I've been your Kevin. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, folks. Have a good night.